Chile con carne.
You fucking said it. Okay. Anyway.
Been there.
Yeah. I am the Gordo. Whenever you're ready. Welcome back!
Welcome back.
It's been ages, man.
No,
it hasn't. Yeah, I guess
it really hasn't.
it's been like 2 seconds. Welcome back to another episode of Wind Waker, episode something.
You know, it hasn't really been that long, but it kind of feels like it's been a while.
It's been so long.
You guys
been a
didn't
while
instantly click on the next episode, and I know it. I know you guys didn't watch it.
Yeah, man. For the 2 people watching at home, how are your testicles doing, man? I know that there's a way for you to actually do a self lump check. I thought I had a rock, or like, you know, not a rock, but like I thought I had like something in my biscuits, but it was not. It's part of the thing that holds the testes.
Yeah.
But definitely check yourselves for lumps. And I did this the other day. I think I have a lump actually in my neck. This is not a joke, but more of like, I don't know if something to concern myself about. But I've had it since forever, you know? And I thought it was a nerve, but I don't know if it's something to be concerned about. So next time I actually go do a physical, I will ask about these things.
Definitely.
As far as that, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Is that the words of Ice Cube?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, who's Ice Cube?
Check yourself before you wreck. Yeah, it is.
There's
Ice
a rapper named Ice Cube. What is he made of ice? And does he melt because he's a cube?
That's so fucking funny.
I'm not like one of your hoes. I don't just laugh at anything. Anyway, welcome back. It's okay. So, in terms of it's been like a month, like we were saying before. What things that we've been up to? Let's move on from what I was thinking.
From conspiracies to something more enlightening, like
yeah.
Did you ever play with Nerf guns? How about that?
No, man. Nerf guns are not they were never my thing, because, okay, here's the thing. I am always prone to accidents. Always. So, anytime that there's a gun or something that could harm me in my eye, I usually try to stay away from it. So,
I mean, that's why you wear goggles. Or when you're kids, you just don't, but, you know.
That's why they say it's Nerf or nothing, right? But I'm more of like, I'd rather just stay away from the nothing and actually have something, you know? You know? I'm pretty scared of those things, man.
If you stay away from... Okay, let's break that down. If you were to stay away from the nothing, wouldn't you be left with the Nerf, so you would still have something?
Like, don't use your fucking backward psychology shit on me. I don't want to touch the guns. That's what I'm trying to say. I've held a real gun before.
Are you being hypocritical? You just picked up my yellow Nerf gun that says Evan K on it.
Yeah, because I wanted to see if it was loaded, and it is.
They're foam darts!
Okay, so here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
My little brother is, for whatever reason, gets 50 Nerf guns a year for Christmas. And obviously, my one rule is don't point it at people and don't point it at me. And if you shoot it at me, I will shoot it back in your face with great prejudice. So, obviously...
Can you elaborate on a specific instance that has haunted you, or...
I mean, they're not things that haunt me. It's just more of like, don't blow up balloons around me, and don't carry a Nerf gun.
Whew, those Nerf guns, man. They'll really get you.
They really do. So it's more of the fact of if you, you know, if you blow up a balloon around me, it's more of, it causes my anxiety to spike, and I'm like, holy shit, when's it gonna pop, man? When's it gonna pop? Let me know if you guys are also on the same boat, that balloons make you nervous, because boy oh boy, we never know when they're gonna pop. Same thing with the Nerf gun. You could be waving it around, and out of nowhere, oops, and then just shoot it in my eye, and I'll be like, oh, fuck my eye, and then I'll pull it out, and then I actually pull out my fucking eye because it's a dart gun. I don't know. That's just me.
I feel a lot safer with my Nerf guns. My cousin, however, modified his.
Oh
And
Jesus!
put like needles and stuff in them.
CO2 tank.
Yeah, probably. And so I feel a lot safer with just the standard manufactured ones. They're not as dangerous, I'd say, than having needles modified, which you're not supposed to do. Although this is a separate story than Nerf stuff. But one time I got a pair of foam swords. They were Pirates of the Caribbean. I can't remember if I told you this story.
You might have, but okay.
They were Pirates of the Caribbean foam swords that I got from a garage sale. And they had 3 little sticker buttons on the handle or on the handguard. And they were of the different characters of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Interesting.
And so when you'd fight or like have a sword battle with somebody, you would your goal would be to poke one of the 3 little buttons, and what that would do would unlock or basically make the blade portion or the foam, tip out and fall.
That sounds
like
very high tech.
Not necessarily, but as long as you poked it, their sword would fall, meaning you won the sword fight, right?
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so, one time I was playing, and I think my sister had the other sword or something.
You were fighting with your sister?
Yeah, because I wanted somebody to like sword fight with.
She's so nice.
But I can't remember. I think it was my sister, but somehow I got poked in my right eye.
Oh.
And I was like, my eye! But grabbed my left eye because that one hurt more.
Oh, okay. Okay, here's one of my things that I did. Obviously, I startle very easily. When I was living in my trailer park with my with my sister and my mom and stepdad, my sister was a huge dick to me. I don't know why, but out of nowhere, I'd be... So when you walk into the trailer, you walk inside the home, you go past the living room, first door. Obviously, it's a narrow corridor, and you have usually all the doors are on your left side. So my room was actually the first one, the first door on the right. My sister's was the second. My parents were all the way at the back. So for whatever reason, I get out of my room, I go to use the bathroom, and my sister jumps out of her room and goes, like stomping on the floor, trying to scare the shit out of me. And instead of running backwards, I run towards her, screaming out of my lungs, just and just run past her. And as soon as I got to the bathroom, I was just like, what the fuck just happened? And I completely cried right soon after. It was a journey, man. So
nice. Instead of running away, run towards it.
That'll solve the issue. And I don't know why, but she was a huge dick to me back then.
Nice.
Anyway, moving on from that, dude. I forgot there was something else I was gonna say. I totally spaced because there's a giant ship next to me.
If we were in a different age of something, like
80s, all the way 80s.
Okay, yes, that'd be a pretty fun time to be in. But I'm talking like centuries. Like instead of the technology age of like the 20th century, 21st
I go all the way
century,
back to Renaissance.
What if we go to like the 1500s of like the pirate age or something? Would you want to what do you enlighten yourself or often maybe daydream of?
Renaissance.
How so? Or like what's something that piques your interest of the Renaissance?
Artist's age of expressionism. It's amazing. It's mainly the drive. I don't know if you know what the daily life of an artist back in the day is, but it's pretty much wake up, take a shit, and work for 20 hours. Do the same thing again the next day. Your whole life is devoted to one subject. Could you imagine? That's all, since there's not really much to do except for, prostitution or smoking weed or what they, smoking charcoal or whatever. It's more of the fact that this is my calling in life and this is what I'm going to do every single day for the rest of my life. That's what I would be doing. That's what I would love to be doing. And obviously, sleeping with all the women. And yeah. What about you?
Well, I'm glad you got your priorities straight of if you were living in a different era.
Chile con carne.
Sticking your pen 15 in other places that shouldn't be placed. I guess I personally. Wow, I just raised myself out of the.
I brought you down to my level. Now you're finally able to have a conversation with me. Gave him a little push and I brought him down to my level.
I think it's a little gory to be living in what is it? Like, all I can think of is knights in armor, you know, fighting dragons. But that's not what I want to do. I'd want to be a pirate, or not necessarily a pirate, but I like the idea of sailing on a ship.
You know, usually most of those pirates would get very lonely. And actually, let's start with this. As far as pirates go, why pirates?
Just because they fascinated me as a kid. I loved
how so?
I love the idea of adventure. Like, literally, why I liked The Legend of Zelda was
this
just
one's all about pirates, man.
Yeah, just the adventure of going to different places, like Sir Francis Drake, you know, going around different places, sailing the sea, doing what you want. It's the freedom to do whatever you want without anybody telling you what to do.
Now, a pirate's life is definitely not for me, because, as you know, I fear the ocean and or large spaces of aquatic mass. For the fact that if there, oh my God, there's a bomb. Oh God!
Nice.
For example, if I was sailing out at sea, and there would be a whale just picking its little bone, I would lose my fucking mind.
Have you been ever on out on the ocean?
Not out on the ocean. I've been definitely in a lake, and that has been frightening if you're obviously by yourself. But I was not. I was with a group of people. But the most I've ever done was in LA. There, obviously, we got closer to the ocean. I forget which ocean it is, because I don't know my geographic.
I believe it was the Pacific Ocean. Is what you.
I mean,
if you were in California.
You tell me, white man, conqueror of the world.
Excuse me. That's a little
whatever. But yeah,
conquistador looking at it.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what you do with your nose, man. I don't fucking know. But I would say, it would be. Sorry. I was gonna say we would just like go out on the shore and just like, you know, splash water around. But I never went past a certain point. They don't have buoys, you know, little buoys that tell you don't go past this far or you're gonna get caught up on the ocean or whatever. They have nothing like that. So yeah, scary stuff, man. I could never.
I thought it was really it was an intense, interesting feeling when I went on that cruise to the Caribbean a number of years ago. One of the days or nights, I guess, spent an entire week on there, but I just remember distinctly going to the back of the boat in the middle of the night and having this just almost dread of like abandonment or something, imagining myself getting lost in the ocean. It's seeing pitch black when you're on land is different than being on the ocean. There's nothing reflecting any light.
Yeah.
It's pitch black. You know, there's always lights around, or even if there isn't, there's usually some form of like you can see something. Anything past like a couple meters off the boat of what the small lights are going, it's pure emptiness in a 360 degrees that you're looking. So being at the back of the boat, if you just accidentally tipped off or fell overboard,
oh, you're done.
And you're basically lost. You're not being found. If you fucking fell overboard and they did a search, you probably wouldn't be found.
Absolutely. Now, for yourself, how would you why does this still interest you then? Why would you want to go out in the middle of the ocean and do these things?
Not necessarily to get lost in the ocean, but I just like the thought of sailing, and I love small, maybe not Caribbean, but I love small desert islands.
Mm.
They really pique my interest. Gilligan's Island fascinated me as a kid. It was just, I mean, an entertainment show, obviously, but it was so enjoyable, and I liked the idea of kind of being more secluded, or not necessarily alone, but with a small group of people. And so I guess that really just piqued my interest.
Interesting.
But I believe that is all the time we have
No
for this
frickin' way.
current episode.
That went by so
Any
fast.
Last thoughts as we wrap this up?
Having safe sex is always the best way to go about life. You don't want Fortress of Solitude going around your junk, so make sure to always use protection. And with our sponsor, Trojan Man is the man. Take it away, Evan.
Bye.